The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna's Secret, Will's Ultimatum, and the coming reckoning. The newest revelations from The Bold and the Beautiful promise to ignite one of the most shocking and high-stakes storylines yet. With Luna Nozawa at the center of a storm she can no longer escape. For weeks, Luna has been playing with shadows, sending cryptic messages, holding onto secrets she never should have kept, and hoping that somehow the truth would remain buried. But the truth has claws, and it's coming for her. It begins when Luna, racked with guilt and consumed by fear, makes the decision she has avoided until now. She sneaks away from the watchful eyes of her family, from the judging stare of Lee Finnegan, from the texts she can't stop sending Will Spencer, and she quietly submits herself for a private test. It isn't just a precaution, it's a desperate attempt to know once and for all whether her secret will stay hidden or explode into the lives of everyone she has touched. The test, kept in the strictest secrecy, is her last attempt at control. But control is slipping fast. Unbeknownst to Luna, Will Spencer has already begun piecing together the puzzle. He has Liam Spencer at his side, running searches, tracing numbers, digging into patterns. What began as confusion after one inexplicable night has hardened into determination. Will isn't a boy lost in a memory anymore, he's a man on a mission. Every unanswered text, every haunting message, every cryptic hint has pushed him further. He knows there's more to the story. He knows Luna is involved. And now, more than ever, he needs answers. The pressure mounts when Will confronts his family. He doesn't keep the mystery to himself anymore. He sits down with Liam, with Bill, with Katie, and tells them everything. The night, the mask, the messages, the photo, the phone that shouldn't exist. His voice shakes with frustration, with anger, but also with the weight of not knowing whether he was a victim or a fool. The Spencer family listens, and for the first time, the secret is out of his hands. Bill, furious that someone would dare manipulate his son, vows to find out who's behind it. Katie, horrified, worries about what this will do to Will's future. Liam, protective, doubles down on the search. And suddenly, Luna isn't just facing one man's suspicion, she's facing an entire family with resources, power, and determination. Meanwhile, Luna waits for the results of her secret test. Every hour feels like a lifetime. She jumps at every vibration of her phone, every knock at the door. She looks at herself in the mirror and sees not a confident young woman, but someone cornered, someone suffocating under the weight of choices she can't undo. Lee notices the shift. She sees Luna pacing, sees the fear behind her eyes. She presses her, warns her again to stay away from Will, to cut ties before it's too late. But Luna can't. The truth is already spiraling, and all she can do now is wait. The confrontation everyone knew was coming finally arrives. Will, armed with Liam's findings and backed by his family's resolve, tracks Luna down. He doesn't come quietly. He bursts into the apartment, voice strong, jaw clenched, demanding she face him. "No more games," he shouts. "I know it was you. I know what you did." Luna freezes, trapped. She tries to retreat, but the bathroom door, the walls of Lee's apartment, the suffocating silence leave her nowhere to run. Will keeps pressing. His anger isn't just about betrayal, it's about being manipulated, about losing control of his own life, about being dragged into something dark and dangerous without ever being given a choice. Luna, trembling, tries to speak, but her words collapse under the weight of his fury. She stammers, pleads for him to let her explain. But Will doesn't want excuses. He wants the truth. "Did you drug me?" he demands. "Did you set me up? Did you play me?" His voice cracks. "Why, Luna? Why me?" At that moment, the test results arrive on Luna's phone. She looks down at the screen, heart hammering. The truth is right there, undeniable. She knows she can't hide anymore. But before she can speak, Will snatches the phone from her hand. His eyes scan the message, his face twisting in shock, then rage. Whatever the test revealed, it's explosive. The room erupts in chaos. Luna sobs, begging him to listen. Will, stunned, backs away, unable to process. He calls Liam, his voice shaking, tells him what he's just seen. Within minutes, Liam and Bill are on their way, ready to confront Luna themselves. And Luna, cornered, realizes the nightmare she's been running from is no longer in the shadows, it's here, in the open, crushing down on her. Back at Forrester Creations, whispers begin to spread. Word of Will's discovery leaks. Employees gossip in hallways. Designers trade glances. The Forrester name, already scarred by scandals, feels the tremors of another coming earthquake. Reg and Steffi hear fragments of the story and wonder how deeply this will cut into their lives. Eric, exhausted from too many wars, fears another scandal will drag the family name through the mud again. Lee confronts Luna, furious, demanding to know why she didn't end this before it got this far. Luna tries to explain, but Lee has no patience left. She tells Luna she's dishonored the family, she's put everything at risk, and she may have destroyed her future completely. The week closes with a cliffhanger that leaves no one safe. Will stands outside the Forrester building, his father and brother beside him, his phone in his hand. The evidence is clear. The truth is undeniable. But the question remains, what will he do with it? Will he destroy Luna's life publicly? Will he press charges? Will he use the weight of the Spencer empire to crush her completely? Or will some shred of compassion make him pause, even after everything? And Luna, alone in her room, stares at the shattered pieces of her secret life. The test exposed her. Will exposed her. The Spencers have her cornered. The Forresters are already whispering. There is no escape. The only thing left to reveal now is the full truth, and when it comes, it will change everything. Because in the bold and the beautiful, secrets never stay buried. And when the truth comes out, it doesn't just wound, it detonates, taking everyone down with it. The fallout from Luna Nozawa's exposed secret begins like a slow burn, but it quickly turns into a raging inferno that engulfs both the Forrester and Spencer families. With the results of her secret test now in Will Spencer's hands, the delicate web of lies, half-truths, and silence finally unravels. The revelation leaves Will reeling, Luna cornered, and both families forced to deal with the devastating consequences. Will doesn't say anything at first. He just stares at the results on Luna's phone, his jaw tight, his breathing heavy, his entire body tense. Luna tries to reach out, tries to plead with him to understand, but he pulls away violently. "You've been lying to me from the start," he says, his voice trembling, caught between anger and heartbreak. "You dragged me into this, and now you think I'll just let it go." His words cut like a knife, and Luna, sobbing, knows there's no way to spin this anymore. The truth is out. When Liam and Bill arrive, the confrontation escalates. Bill Spencer's fury is volcanic. He charges into the apartment, eyes blazing, demanding to know how Luna dared to manipulate his son. He towers over her, his words sharp and unforgiving. "You tried to ruin my boy's life. You thought you could play your games with a Spencer. You've got no idea what kind of mistake you made." Luna breaks down completely, dropping to her knees, insisting she never meant for it to go this far, that she wasn't trying to hurt Will. But Bill has no sympathy. "You're finished," he growls. Liam, calmer but no less firm, pushes Will back and tries to steady the situation. He tells Luna that whatever excuses she has don't matter anymore. The results speak for themselves. The evidence is there. "You wanted to keep a secret," Liam says coldly, "but secrets don't survive in this town." He promises her that the Spencers will make sure the truth comes out, whether she's ready or not. News of the confrontation spreads fast. By the next day, everyone at Forrester Creations knows that Luna is at the center of a scandal involving Will. Steffi is furious that Luna's actions have now put the family's reputation on the line, furious that her own company is about to be dragged through another public humiliation. She storms into Luna's office, slams the door, and lays into her. "You've made us look weak. You've embarrassed us. You've embarrassed me. Do you understand what you've done?" Luna, broken, can only cry. But Steffi isn't interested in tears. She tells her flatly that she's suspended, pending investigation, and warns her not to show her face at Forrester until the dust settles. Lee Finnegan, horrified by her niece's behavior, delivers the most painful blow yet. She tells Luna that she's brought shame to their family. That all the work, all the sacrifice, all the pride they've built is gone because of her selfishness. I warned you, Lee says, her voice like steel. I told you Will Spencer was untouchable, but you wouldn't listen. And now you've destroyed everything. Luna begs her aunt for forgiveness, but Lee turns her back, walking out with no intention of looking back. At the Spencer estate, the conversation shifts from rage to strategy. Bill sits with Liam and Will, laying out the options. They can go to the press, expose Luna completely, and end her career before it ever takes off. They can press charges, make a legal case, and ensure she never recovers. Or they can use the secret as leverage, keeping it quiet in exchange for concessions from the Forresters. Bill, always the businessman, favors the latter. He sees opportunity in Luna's disgrace, a way to finally push back against Forrester dominance. They think they're untouchable, he says. But now we've got them by the throat. Will listens, torn. His father's fury makes sense. His brother's calm logic feels safe, but part of him is still reeling from the personal betrayal. He isn't sure he wants revenge. He wants closure. He wants answers. And late that night, he finds himself back at Luna's door. She opens it, eyes swollen from crying, and stares at him silently. Why, he asks again. Why me? Why did you do it? Luna finally breaks her silence. She tells him everything. The fear, the pressure, the obsession that started small, but grew uncontrollable. She admits that she liked the attention, that she liked feeling powerful, that she liked making him chase something that was never real. But she also admits that somewhere along the line, she started to care. That the game stopped being a game. That the test was her way of seeing if she had gone too far, if she could still pull herself back. Will listens, his face unreadable. When she finishes, he says nothing. He just leaves, walking out into the night. The next day, the fallout hits Forrester Creations like a tidal wave. Reporters swarm the building. Gossip sites publish pieces with headlines like Forrester Scandal, Designer Luna Nozowa's secret affair with Spencer Air. Stockholders call for explanations. Eric slams his fist on the table, demanding answers. Rich shakes his head in disbelief. Steffi tries to contain the crisis, but the damage is already done. In a stunning move, Bill calls a press conference. He stands at the podium with Liam and Will at his side, cameras flashing, reporters shouting. He doesn't reveal everything, but he reveals enough that his son was targeted, manipulated, and humiliated by someone inside Forrester Creations. He doesn't say Luna's name, but the implication is clear. The room erupts, and within hours, Luna's reputation is destroyed. The week ends with two cliffhangers. First, Luna receives an anonymous message. The test isn't the only proof. There's more. And soon, everyone will know. She looks around in terror, realizing someone else has evidence she never expected. Second, Rich confronts Will privately, asking him if he truly wants to go through with destroying Luna completely or if there's a part of him that still cares. Will looks down, silent, torn between vengeance and forgiveness. Luna, shattered and alone, knows the reckoning has only just begun. And as the storm gathers, one thing becomes clear. In the bold and the beautiful, secrets aren't just exposed, they are weaponized. And when they are, no one escapes unscathed.